Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back into my channel. So in this lecture and lab, we're going to talk about security network access control. So network security designing for threat defense, next generation endpoint security, network access control, NAC. And at the end of this lab configuration, so it's chapter 25 and 26 that focused on these. What we're going to have a topic on today. Let's go ahead and scroll down. And this is a Cisco umbrella. It says the site is blocked. So again, you could have this PDF book. This is for the CCNA and CCIP Encor, Enterprise Core Encor 350-41 official cert guide. So the other chapter, so let's talk about here. So the next generation firewall. So a firewall is network security devices that monitor incoming and outgoing network traffic and allows or block traffic by performing simple packet filtering and stateful inspection based on ports and protocols. So a firewall essentially establishes a barrier between trusted internal networks and untrusted outside networks such as the internet. So they talk about, in addition to provide standard firewall functionality, a next generation firewall can block threats such as advanced malware and application layer attacks. So according to Gartner, that INC definition, a next generation firewall must include a standard firewall capabilities such as stateful inspection, an integrated IPS, and an application level inspection to block malicious or risky app, their ability to leverage external security intelligence to address evolving security threats. So again, I'm going to provide you a link of this book in the bottom of the description page on each of these video sessions, so you could have this yourself. So FDT is a firepower service software. CLI configuration is not supported, so CLI is only available for initial setup and troubleshoot purpose. So let's go ahead and just jump into this lecture that I prepare here for this lab today. So the lab is to log in from multiple sources. Now, we're gonna talk about logs, logins. So recording events that occurs within an IT environment is the heart of any security strategy. The best way to ensure those events are tracked and stored is to implement a comprehensive security log management framework. So we want to learn more about security log management and uncover security logging best practice to ensure an efficient, effective program. So what are logs files? Since this lab today is to log in from multiple sources. So login files are detailed text-based record of event within an organization IT systems. They are generated by a wide variety of devices and applications. Among them, anti-malware, anti-malware, system, utilities, firewalls, intrusion detection and protection and prevention system, IDS/IPS, servers, workstation, and networking equipment. So log into log files provide a vitality important audit trail and can be used to monitor activity within the IT infrastructure. So identity policy violation pinpoint fraudulent or unusual activity and highlight security incident. So because logs contain detail of what has happened and what is happening, security teams can use them to detect and respond to indicator of compromise, investigate, and analyze where an attack is coming or come from, and establish how an attack has affected IT resources. Now, what is log management and why is it important? Security log management comprises the generation, transmission, storage, analysis, and disposal of security log data, ensuring its confidentiality and integrity, availability. So this process is so important that the Center for Internet Security listed log management as one of its critical security controls. It's critical because organizations that fail to collect, store, and analyze system events leave themselves open to attack. This is also why log management is required for compliance and reporting by various laws and standards such as Federal Information Security Modernization Act, ISO 27001, and HIPAA. Sarbanes-Oxley Act, Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act, National Industrial Security Program Operating Manuals, and PCI DSS. So logs are also needed to perform general audits, establish baselines, and identify operational trends and longer-term problems. So security logs management challenges. Security logs management is not easy, even if only recording events from that, event that covered the most important metric. A small organization still generate a large amount of loggable data. So a large organization can co-produce hundreds of gigabytes of log, handling this continuous and voluminous supply and data presents its own challenges. Now, guys, again, so which event should be logged? So the security event of an organization capture depends to some extent of industry-specific needs and relevant legal requirements. That said, there are several events that should always be captured and logged to ensure user accountability and to help companies detect, understand, and recover from an attack, such as events including this following: authentication success and failure, access control success and failure, and session activities such as files and application use, particularly system utilities. So guys, you could take a look at this yourself. So what constitutes a log entry? So these are important topics to understand: system logs rules and log data integrity. So just to avoid making this video so long, let's just go ahead and pull up packet tracer. Now, if you want, you could always pause this video to which part of this article that's interesting to you, and then you could read that and have the knowledge yourself. But so let's pull up the lab assignment that we have today. So scroll here. It says that login for multiple source objectives. So in part one, use syslog to capture log files for multiple network devices. So observe AAA user access login and observe net flow information. So, first thing first, what do? First thing first, it says view logs entries with syslog. So it asks us to click the syslog server to open. Where's the syslog server? Right there. It says to click on this. Let's click the syslog server to open its windows. And then go on services, which we there. Click on syslogs. From the list of the services show on the left, so click on, turn it on, and then keep this windows open and visible. So this window have to be open and visible. That's what we've been told. Now, let's read here what it says here. It says logs entries are categorized by 7 serenity level. So low level represent more serious event. We spoke about that already on the previous video and lecture. So if you missed this, if you're watching this, so I will require you to watch the previous video too as well. So the level of 0 is emergency, 1 is alert, 2 is critical, 3 is error, warning is 4, notification is 5, informational is 6, and debugging is 7. So system clear client can be configured to send log entries to syslog server based on the serenity level. So guys, like I said, so we've been told that we got to keep this. Now let's try to create something here. Let's pull up router 1. Let's say, and say if we do add conf t, and then we do debug, not default, but debug. Let's say if we put debug and we do question mark. Oh, sorry, it's too far. So let's do debug and question mark. You get that? Sorry, my bad. So let's say debug and question mark. So we have here, it says AAA authentication, authorization and accounting. Then we get custom requests. So so it says, now let's see. We have frame relay, the IP information, IPv6. We have the NTP, which is the information of the NTP server. So let's say if we were to debug package from the, let's say, IGMP packets. So EIGIP, EIGRP packets, and then sit enter. So since we just clicked, let's click here and press enter and see. Okay, so we have, so now and start the information debugging on the screen. Let's go on syslog and just see what's going on here. So you can see here, it's monitor this, the time we have also debugging here and see. So it's collect, for example, this one here. So say if we were to make this bigger, So you see the EIGIP echo messages. So we receive the hello and send, and then we receive them and send. So the first one is here and also here also. So like we going because so the debugging from the router was okay. So count is off, clear logs. So it's also like if we type, so it's not required here for the next step for the login access. So since that's, so let's say, let's see, okay. So which was all the AAA authentication, authorization and accounting, which we've been asking here. But it's possible not only the delegate, the user validity, but it also log the activity okay for the TACAC. This is a protocol designed to allow the remote. So let's read here. So the device are already configured to send log messages to the syslog server, but packet tracer only support login for the debugging severity level with syslog. Because of that, we must generate the debug level message 7 so they can be sent to the syslog server. So we gotta click on the router and the CLI and then enter the debug. So that's what we done here. Bug packets to enable AIGRP debugging the command line console. So you have to return to the syslog server windows to verify the log entry appear there. And then after a few messages have been logged, click on the radio button to turn off the syslogs. So turn off the syslog. So we turn that off. Turn off the syslog. So what information is included in the syslog message that are displayed on the syslog server? So we have all the messages here. So we have all the messages here. Now, part 2, it says log user access on. So another important type of log relates to user access. Having record of user login is crucial for troubleshooting and traffic analysis. So Cisco iOS support authentication, authorization, and accounting, which is a triple A. With triple A, it is possible not only, by the way, guys, we have those topics in the book. So I'm sorry, what do we got? So it is possible not only to delegate the user validation task to an external server, but also to log activities. So TACAC Plus is a protocol designed to allow remote authentication through a centralized server. So Packet Tracer offers basic AAA and TACAC Plus support. When someone attempts to log in on the router 2 will ask the TACAC server, the TACAC Plus server, if that user is valid by verifying the username and password. And the server not only store user credential, it also logs user login transactions. So follow the steps below to log into router 2 and display the log entry relates to the login. So it says click the syslog server to open its windows. Click on the desktop. We're already here. Syslog server. So I'm already on the syslog server. Click on the windows. Click on the syslog. So click on the desktop tab and then click AAA account. So where's the AAA account? This one here. So click on AAA account. So select the desktop and AAA account. So leave this window open. And then click router 2 on the CLI. Okay. So let's go on router 2. That's a firewall. So there go router 2. It says to leave this open. It says to click, oh, sorry. Let's make this space, make space here. So we gotta log into router 2 with this username, which is admin. We copy it, we paste it. Probably have to bring it up. So we paste it. And then the password is the password. Let's copy it, space it, then hit enter. So user is admin, password is CCNP underscore and 8. So we in. So now it says return to the syslog. So there we go. Now it asks us to return to the syslog server on the AAA account record windows. What information that is entered on the syslog here? So there go the information here. Talks about the date, February, so whatever that, this is the information. And then on router 2, enter the logout command. It asks us to enter the logout command. Let's see if we can copy it. So copy and paste it. So we log out and it says what happened in the AAA account window. So we see as we log out, we have another information here. So that's good. Now it asks us for another thing. It says net flow and path weight net flow and virtualization. So in the topology, the syslog server is also a net flow collector. The firewall router is configured. The firewall router is configured as a net flow explorer. So click the syslog server and close the AAA account record, right? So close this. Then, so where else do we go? So click on the syslog server and close the AAA account windows, and then from the desktop tab, click on NetFlow Collector. Where do we get this? Let's see if we have it. So NetFlow Collector, we click there, and then says be sure that the NetFlow Collector service is turned on. How do we know that? Okay, so it's on here. So we good. Then it says from any PC ping the corporate web server, which is this IP. So let's go ahead and grab it. It says from any PC. Let's use PC2 since that's what was closer. So let's go ahead and ping and paste this IP address. Now let's observe this as we, oh, sorry. Let's observe this as we do it. Okay, so then we do that. Let's go ahead and push this aside. We get a ping. Okay, so what else do we do? It says ping this IP after a brief delay. The pie chart will update the show to show the new traffic flow. Okay, so let's see what's gonna happen if it's gonna show it. Now hold up. Okay, so I'm not sure, but it says it's gonna show the traffic flow. So on the IPv4, oh yeah, so there we go. Yep, it shows it. So let's do that again. Let's ping this and see. So we hit this, so there go the traffic flow. It shows it. So, so that's basically all that we gotta do in this lab. So let's say if we were to grab this IP, we want to ping this IP from PC1. So let's go ahead and do this. Where's the flow log that we had here? Let's click on this and let's click there and let's ping. Then let's paste this. Now let's observe the traffic flow. So it shows that the source IP, so IPv4 source is 192.168.11. Sorry, 192.168.11.19, right? So now it's 18. Now, by the way, let's do a IP config and see what's the IP address. So the IP address is 18, so we good. So the traffic flow is kind of showing all the information. The traffic flow is kind of showing all the information about the traffic flow is showing all the information about this right there. And then, so if we were to go on, if we were to ping it from, let's try to ping it from this PC and see. So let's do a ping, and then we hit that. Now let's observe the traffic flow. So now it shows that 18 because the IP address of, it's not updated yet, but it will update to the actual IP. Now, if I check it, you will see sorry, it doesn't change it yet, but it should soon. So it shows that 19. So if we do a IP config, so yep, so it's that 19. Now let's go ahead. So you see the information on the traffic flow. It says traffic contribution. So it shows information. So the source is the IPv4 and the destination is none. The destination is this. It's this IP address that we've been provided. So they go to destination. And then we get the NFS input is this, and then So it's kind of showing like the net flow is kind of giving you all the informations. It shows you the packets, timestamp, so IP destination. It shows you the net mask. So this is very explanatory, guys. So thank you so very much for following along with me. Stay tuned for another video lab. I'll see you soon in the next lab and lecture. Thank you. Bye-bye.